Hi, everybody. This is Warren Herman, and today we are in a car. So, what I want today is the car as an analogy for the functioning parts of the mind. So, here's what I'm thinking about. So, first of all, in a car, we have the windshield, which is getting some snow on it. So, as you can see, the windshield keeps things out. And there's no reason why I need to be fighting off these snowflakes because the windshield does it. So the windshield in this metaphor is analogous to awareness. So when we practice and develop the skill of awareness of our thoughts, feelings, and emotions, it's like having that snowstorm outside of you because you are aware of your thoughts. You are aware of your feelings. There is a kind of gap, a kind of transparent gap between you and the different thoughts, feelings, and emotions that are going on inside your mind. Um, this is obviously somewhat complex to describe, but here we go. So, all right, so there's that. Then we could say that there is a kind of we could say, okay, we have that, and then we can go over here. We could go, I think, to the radio, and the radio would be our imagination. So that's the ability, there's things that we could be thinking about that aren't necessarily, out there in our senses. We kind of look out there, we can kind of imagine or remember things. That's kind of those imaginary stuff. Then we have the instrument panel. There's all those different indicators down in there. That can be like our mind, the stuff that thinks. Then we've got the steering wheel. That's our behavioral capacities, our will, we could say. Then we've got some other stuff going on in here. So if we look over, here, we've got a door, and so this door can represent, especially if we want to look at the passenger door. That represents, I believe, we could say that could be our relational faculty. We can kind of let somebody, and I'm sorry, there's a little bit of stuff on the seat over here because I got some Christmas presents and things that need to be delivered, but the seat can be considered the relational faculty. So if someone else was sitting here, this would be our ability to relate to other people. So this is the capacity for like this kind of relation to people who are visible. Now, also, there are seats that are behind us. So, of course, the only things that are sitting back there are some tools for the snow and a bag that's used for shopping on some occasions. But we could see this kind of unseen seat, as kind of that more spiritual faculty. So that could be where we have God and the angels and the saints and all those different things that we don't see. So that could be the more spiritual thing. And those back doors of the car can be our ability to do prayer and sacrament, just like the front door is the way to let in the social support that is visible. The back door of the car is to let in the kind of social support that is invisible and spiritual. So this is a way of looking at our interior life from this kind of metaphorical perspective. And this is also analogous to the various philosophies and therapies of the world. So, for example, the mindfulness-based therapies and Buddhism mostly fixate at the use of awareness of things. There's really nothing that fixates at the level of the imagination or the radio, because that's kind of blended into all varying different techniques. But we could say that the cognitive therapies and Stoicism would be like the instrument panel down in there. We could say that maybe Confucianism and the behavioral therapies would be like the steering wheel. We could say that the things like modern Judaism and Islam could be like this door here, or the 12 steps. If you think about the 12 steps, they are really about social relationships, group support, and having a higher power. So that's kind of beginning to kind of work with this door here. And it kind of makes a God of your own understanding that's kind of more of this door than that really hidden door by faith. And then you could have, really the Catholic stuff is the sacraments, the back door, over there. So that would be Catholic and Christian things, that would be over there. This can also be done as an analogy of, the different types of Christianity. We could say the more experiential types of Christianity, like Pentecostalism, could be over there. Like things like, evangelicalism and the early reformers like Luther, Calvin, and Zwingli could be the instrument panel there. We could say that the steering wheel could be like the kind of the more social justice type, the mainline churches and the Amish and Mennonites of the early Reformation. We could say that the door over here is more like the kind of like the Orthodox, the kind of like the Eastern Orthodox type stuff, and the back seat can be, again, the Catholic stuff can be kind of back there. So these are ways of kind of making analogies, links to the faculties, and understanding this kind of model of the person. And this is why I talk about in many videos how we use the model of the person to integrate different ideologies into one thing, because we want to make sure that we don't want to fixate at any of the levels. We don't want to say, okay, we don't want to make awareness to the job that everything else should be doing. We don't want to make anything fixate. We want to reform everything so it's in harmony with the highest faculties of the back seat, which would be the Catholic stuff. So this is talked about in many different videos, but I thought this would be an interesting way of talking about this concept, and I hope that is helpful to you.